Alright, so we just discussed the topic that these days computers are able to translate different languages. So there's no need to spend time on learning foreign language. So I have just completed a draft of an essay plan, because you will have to spend the first 5-10 minutes in drafting an essay plan so that you know what you are going to write in an essay. So I came to the conclusion, I took a stand and I thought that with the given topic I disagree. So I already know that if I am saying that I disagree with the given statement that language learning is a wastage of time because computers are available for translation, I don't believe in that, because I don't think that computers can replace humans. So this is my idea number 1, that is called topic sentence 1. So in body part 1 I am going to write this topic sentence, that computers cannot replace humans. Okay, computers cannot work as humans do. Computers cannot translate as we humans can translate. And I will explain my point. And in explanation, as you can see, I have written that computers sometimes can misunderstand what we ask, or computers only translate at phrase to phrase level. So I will explain it a little bit more. For example, sometimes we take the help of computers in translation. We ask something in our own language and we are expecting an answer from the computer. But computer sometimes doesn't give us the exact answer. Sometimes it gives us the wrong answer. And it may happen due to the misunderstanding, because computer is just a device. It cannot work as a human. Okay, and also computers normally translate phrase to phrase level. We can't give them a whole situation to a computer. We can simply ask like what do we call to this thing, phrase to phrase level, and then so computer translation is very limited. That is my first idea. Computers cannot replace humans. So I have explained it why, and then I have given an example like a Google Translation app. Sometimes Google Translate apps are not able to satisfy us with the answers, because we are asking something else and they are giving us something which we don't want. Okay, so this is an example of the draft of an essay plan. All right. So this is the second part of the draft of an essay plan, because we are following this structure: topic sentence, explanation and example. So this is our idea number 2, because we already know what the topic is, and our opinion is that we do not agree with that statement which is given in the topic. So this is my idea number 2 in favor of my opinion. And my idea number 2 is classroom learning helps to expand more our knowledge. So I have explained it like in classrooms we can ask as many questions from the teacher as we want, but if we are only taking the help of any device for the translation, we can not ask as many questions, or maybe the device is not able to satisfy us with the answers. I will give you an example. For example, if you are learning a French language by using a computer device, then you can only understand the meaning of certain French words into your own language. But if you will move to a class where a teacher who is actually coming from a French speaking country, He can not only answer your questions, but also he can tell you about the culture, which type of culture traditions are there, and you can share your experiences with the person. All these things are possible only in a classroom, not by using translation devices like Google app. So we don't think that computer devices or translation apps can replace the classroom learning, because classroom learning helps to expand our knowledge more, and explanation is given. So first step is idea number 2, classroom learning helps to expand our knowledge. Explanation is, in classroom we can ask as many as questions. In classroom we can get to know about the culture of the other person, the person who is teaching us any particular language. And we have given a real life example. There are many students, who move to classroom learning even after using translation devices. So in the first instance they use translation devices because they do not want to waste their money, or maybe they do not have enough time to go to a classroom and learn a language. But they are not satisfied with these devices, and after using these devices still they move to the classroom learning. That is a perfect example that why we disagree that computer translation apps can replace the foreign language classes which are being attended physically. So this is the way how we make a draft of an essay plan. So when you will appear in your exam, you will get a paper. On top of the paper you will get the question prompt, what is the topic, and you will have enough blank space, and you can do your essay planning on that blank space like this. You can plan what is your opinion in your introduction, what you are going to write, you agree or disagree, then ideas in favor of your opinion. So in body part 1 I am going to do this: topic, sentence, explanation, example. In body part 2 I am going to do this: idea number 2, explanation and example. So this is the perfect way to plan an essay, and it will not only save your time, but it will also provide clarity to your essay, because you already know what you are going to write in an essay. And I have seen many students complain and they say, sir, we are not able to complete an essay within the given time period. And why it happens? Because they do not have proper planning. They just read the topic and they just start to write. And some students are writing an essay, and when they are about to finish the essay, suddenly they come to know that they are writing on a totally different issue. The topic is something else. So why this happens? Because they are in too much hurry to start the essay. So my advice to all of those who are watching this video, my advice is very clear, that please make an essay plan before actually starting an essay. And when you will start following these steps, then you will yourself notice that how much difference this small practice can create in your IELTS preparation, especially when we are talking about task 2, because you will have a clear vision, you will have enough time to understand the topic, and you will have enough time to to state your opinion. Your position is clear to the examiner, and you have totally relevant ideas which can clearly support your opinion. So there will be no wastage of time, because you have already spent enough time on the essay planning, and now you can use this draft to translate it, to turn this plan into reality. You can start writing your essay. So in the next video we will cover how to write an introduction, followed by the body paragraphs, and finally the conclusion. So that is all I wanted to share with you regarding the essay plan. So again I will say, essay planning is very important. Maybe you have good relevant ideas. Maybe you are very intelligent, that is a very good thing, but planning is something very different. Planning has nothing to do with your intelligence level, or planning, if you will spend some time, I guarantee that you are not going to waste any time. On the contrary, it is going to save you the valuable time. I have many students in my institute, in my classroom, who used to straight away start the essay, but after attending the classes, after getting to know the importance of the planning, now they are following this strategy. They are planning before writing an essay, and the results are really remarkable, I can say, because they are able to write an essay within 20-25 minutes. It is saving them huge amount of time, and that time they can use for correcting their punctuation mistakes, their grammatical errors, and also they can insert some useful and topic specific vocabulary at the end of their essay. And because comparatively some students are not doing the essay planning, they are straight away writing, they are writing totally, lack of clarity is there, they are totally writing irrelevant ideas, and even they are not getting enough time to check their mistakes, because whenever we write anything, we must get some time for the proofreading. Okay, proofreading is equally important. So I will make another video regarding the proofreading, and so I can brief it here. Proofreading is like when you complete your essay, then you have to look for the errors, because sometimes we, while writing, we are not able to focus on the grammatical accuracy and variety, and repetition sometimes happens when we writing. So during the proofreading time, we can not only rectify our mistakes, punctuation mistakes, but we can also insert some useful topic specific vocabulary. We can even modify some sentences also to show some grammatical range along with the accuracy. So that is all I wanted to say. I hope this lesson is going to help you in your IELTS preparation. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you have any queries, you can comment, or you can come and meet me at English Gate Overseas Institute in Pundri, District Kathal. In this institute, we are running IELTS and PT classes. So the topic of today's video is IELTS writing. So if you have any query relating any IELTS query, you can come and meet me at English Gate Overseas, and I will be more than happy to assist you, to help you in your IELTS preparation. Thank you very much.